Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to present to you and formally introduce Bob, Cos, and Arthur, the Play No Games podcast.
It's your favorite podcast where we talk about real life and exchange a few laughs. We sticking to our path. When you find understanding, just know that will never last. We ain't here to play no game.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard some stress-worthy news, but it's the Portland's most dangerous podcast, the Play No Games podcast. I'm Cartier Rob.
Tay Ford.
Cos.
And we're back here again to give you another latest installment of the Play No Games podcast. So if you like what you do, like, comment, subscribe. It will be up here, down there. I'll choose.
So, Cartier Bob, what do you play no games about?
I'm actually gonna go two. I'm gonna keep it brief. What I play no games about is my soundboard not dying on me. I'm not gonna lie. That soundboard was like $300.
It'd be hilarious if it's not even recording right now.
They are bickering right now.
Yeah, they're talking.
They're
something.
bickering. It's like different because in there I can't really see them, but now I can see them. So it's kind of like give them the evil eye.
A little snickering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
None of that, backstreet butt action back there. But I'll just say that there's that, and then also what I play no games about. Just really quickly, the side note of that is getting organized. Just I want to say thank you to everyone here and even myself. I feel like I've been more organized and it's been helpful with like the new stress and just if y'all out there, just organization matters.
What do I play no games about? I would say preying on the Milwaukee Bucks downfall. Holding no bars with that. I know, Kaz, you normally have the certified hater role on this podcast.
Once in a while.
I'm going to have to hijack it for you for this. After that trade went through, all I've been hearing is, somebody, I won't mention any names, somebody didn't have any help and that, this city here was kind of limiting certain players' prospects for winning. And, it just seems as though, just
defending the Blazers a little bit
treading
here.
through water right now. But we'll see what the playoffs look like right now. My Boston Celtics, we lost yesterday.
Wow.
And man, it really took a damper on our place in the East right now. Now we're only up 14 games over the two seeds. So, got some stressing to do. But I can't wait for the playoffs to start.
I'm not quite preying on the downfall, but I will say, all of the Portland fans that are like now soft Bucks fans because of Dame.
Dickhead.
I really didn't like that. I really didn't like
aggressive.
that. Like he's gone.
That was munching.
He's gone. You don't have to cheer for the Bucks. You can just live your life. I didn't love that.
And it's not even like no issue with him per se. It's just that call it for what it is. People want their friends here having contracts, whether it be Yusuf Nurkic, CJ McCollum. So if you're gonna make your bed, lie on it.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Do you think they're going to force Giannis to come back quick for the playoffs? It has very 2019 KD vibes.
I would say I would pray not, because he doesn't have the type of game that'll translate to him.
If his Achilles goes,
he's goes
3 more years.
And didn't they just when he re-upped last year?
This year,
he's on the extension this past summer.
He did the extension right after they traded for Dame. He was going to wait a year, but then they added Dame.
Oh boy, they are cooked.
So I think they added
happens.
3 to 4 years on as an extension.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of extensions, the Drew Holiday extension today, man.
Yeah.
I have something to talk about. $135 million for a 33-year-old over 4 years.
Yeah, it actually saves us money next year doing that, because otherwise he would have opted in.
Yes, it saves you money for 1 year, and then the difference is about like $2 million, $3 million for that 1 year.
9.
No, because it would have been 137 if he opted in. Now it's like 134 per year, right? Unless is he deferring more money the first year?
He's deferring more money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is Derek White like a $200 million player?
No, but we have his bird rights, and as long as our owners aren't being cheap, kick the bread out.
Okay. I just thought that was interesting today. I said, for Drew Holiday?
Hey, I scrolled past that news.
If he was like 29, maybe.
But I will say this: he has been, to bridge more of this gap, he's been showing his value more than Dame. Really? Have the teams really flip-flopped?
I think Derek White's been more valuable than both.
I would agree. Shaving his hair really helped with the balance of
After
his
the
shot.
bald era, it was the best thing.
No,
I
think I agree that Derek White has been, but Drew's been showing up
Thank
for us,
you.
and his versatility as a defender.
Thank you.
Irreplaceable.
And
he's not bad.
And
No,
what
I'm
does
not
the
saying he's
Bucks
bad.
need?
Him.
Yes. Thank you.
But they didn't been there, done that with him.
So
And they hoisted the trophy with him.
exactly. So that means you build
Because of
around that.
injuries.
But let's actually not pivot from the most important piece because literally, now when I say this, I'm a hater. Dame was complaining. He was like, "Oh, you gonna team up with you teamed up with the superstars, and look at you now."
Whoa.
Running from the
He
grind.
got traded there.
Running from the grind.
He
Did
wanted
he-
Miami.
Did he not?
Oh, God.
Oh, that would have been a
I'm just
difference.
saying.
Heat
I'm just
culture.
saying.
Heat
He's
culture.
running from the grind.
Air exposure.
He's a coward.
Jimmy Butler would have gave him a hot espresso and told him to shut up.
Jimmy's busy with the side quests.
Rachel Nichols. I ain't mad at
I
you.
feel like what most NBA players are, or what, let me rephrase that. What Taylor Rooks is to most NBA players, Rachel Nichols is to Jimmy.
Facts. I see what you did there.
Say that one more time.
What,
5 championships in 2 years.
Exactly. What Taylor Rooks is to most NBA players, that's what Rachel Nichols is to Jimmy Butler.
Do you know who Taylor Rooks is?
Isn't that the other black chick?
That
Well,
does,
Rachel
like,
Nichols
yeah.
is white.
I know, but I know
Yeah,
who
yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Niggas get in front of her and just get to like
There we go.
blatantly lying.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, I wasn't that off. I was like,
It started with Jaylen Brown being like, I could win 5 championships by I'm 30, but that's like 3 years away.
No, he said 28.
Oh, 20. Oh,
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah, that's even worse. Yeah.
okay.
But like he was like, I figured like 4 or 5, but I'm 28, so you know he has to get.
And he was like 25 when he like said that or something like that, or
He was young.
26.
No, he was like 20.
No, that interview was like 2 years ago.
No,
it was already
no,
off when he said it.
I know the year happened. It happened in the summer after his second year. We came back loaded. It was like Gordon Hayward's coming back healthy. Kyrie was coming back healthy. We had Marcus
That
Morris.
what that was?
Yeah.
COVID year?
No, it was the summer of 18. Yeah, it was summer
I
of
don't
18.
even know.
He still had his heights up.
My turn. I'm playing no games about gratitude, boys. If I could give you $10 million, would you be happy?
Yeah.
Like pretty happy, right?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
you'd probably say like thank you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I said that the only catch is you don't wake up tomorrow? Would you still take the $10 million?
The fuck is that gonna do for me?
So that's a no, right?
The hell no. What the fuck?
Yeah. So then how about when you wake up tomorrow?
Where are you going with this?
But no.
The stipulation that you don't wake up tomorrow if you take the $10 million. So would you say then waking up tomorrow is worth more than $10 million?
Absolutely.
Okay. So then tomorrow when you wake up, be happy, be grateful that you're alive and you're living in the day. I think too many people may take days for granted, take time for granted.
So do you know the person who won the
I was saying, bro,
Powerball?
where are we going with
Wait,
this?
did you win the Powerball?
That's why he has.
What?
That's why you have tenants.
No, I have tenants for other reasons.
Oh, I know them reasons. But wait a second, you won the Powerball?
No, I didn't win the Powerball.
Wait.
It is like 10 minutes away though. from
I was
here.
gonna say
Yeah.
you live in Northeast now.
I know. So the better
I'll
question
say,
is,
I'll never say it, but there'll be signs.
oh, so you go. So
Josh going to Five Guys. Let me get an extra burger.
that's disrespectful. So who you giving money first?
Who am I giving money first? How do we get here?
You got us here.
Who am I giving money first?
Yeah, if you won the Mega Millions.
My parents.
Next.
That's it.
Which,
Wow.
No friends get money.
which,
Wow.
which dancer?
I'm in the party that thinks the lottery is a curse.
Really?
I don't think the lottery is a good thing. I think you have to earn your money to know how to use it. If you're just giving it, you're gonna lose it.
Nah, me though. Give me that money.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hear you.
Give me it.
Of course, like
you got to be real creative just to lose 400 M's.
dude.
Well, let me ask some NBA players because
Why do you think they're all broke?
let me ask Nick Young.
Actually, no. If you look at the rates of
It's gotten better.
at this point, I don't know if NBA player if he hits 2 match deals, I don't know if he can go broke. It would take work now.
How many baby mamas he has?
Again, it would take work to blow through 300 plus M's. Back in the day when you see those rates, it would be guys who at their mats would be making like 80, 90 for their career. On paper, not and that's pre-tats.
So what do you say about Iverson?
That's way before. That's way before guys start getting paid. He's one of those guys. His career earnings are probably only like 100 M's, and that's pre-tax money.
Okay, I'll give you that because I was trying to think. I think I was too far. I'm trying to think.
It's
Who's
not about
comparable.
individual purchases though. It's the reoccurring purchases. It's stuff like you buy. Let's say you buy a yacht and you're paying $50,000 a month. It's stuff like that. Then the maintenance, and then let's say, okay, I have one yacht. I have one yacht in Monaco. I want another yacht in Miami Beach, and then I want one in San Diego Harbor. There you go. That's probably $250,000 every month that you're paying just in yachts.
And keep in mind, I'm only talking about a select like 10 to 15% of NBA players moving forward. It's not like the entire league is just completely unable to eventually go broke. But if you're telling me at the end of his career, Jason Tatum will be broke at some point, I'd have a very, very hard time believing that.
It just depends upon, once again, how many baby mamas he has. Bro, Cam Newton, if he didn't have his podcast.
That's two different levels of money.
Never mind. NBA money
because
is
he done
different.
made, like Jason, even before he signs his next deal, off of just NBA earnings, has already made roughly, if I do the math, probably like 165, 170 M's. That's not including all his endorsement money. And he claims he hasn't touched any of his NBA money as well.
I call cap.
All he spent. No, I believe it. He does a shitload of commercials and endorsements. Or has lots of endorsements. And he's been public about saying, I tell my agent to throw everything at me. A lot of guys are like, I don't have time to do this photo shoot. I don't have time to do X, Y, Z. But I have play money when a lot of them are, twiddling their thumbs over summer, waiting until they get their next paycheck.
Income taxes, state taxes, property taxes. If you own 3 houses, you're paying taxes on all those different states. I could still see guys going broke even with like hundreds of millions in the bank. Put $1 million bet on I don't know, on KC to win the Super Bowl. Oh, they lose, there goes $1 million.
But that falls into the box of it takes work. Like
That's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you saying fuck. All right,
Drake may go broke. The way he bets.
I almost made a bad joke. We got us canceled.
If you ever watch his live streams when he's on stake, dude, that guy loses millions.
I literally think his bets are all fake, and they
give him money to play with.
Exactly.
It could be just fake money from stake. That could be another.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do this."
That Max Sweden.
All right. I'll let you take.
Yeah, you get to kick it off now.
Yeah, you can kick it off with that.
Thank you. All right, first topic. Following this, you're distracted today.
No, you gave me a message.
Okay, all right. All right, so I'm gonna ride the positivity train here because we got 2 negative Nancys.
I'm not negative. I'm stressed.
So I want to talk about some achievements. I feel like we don't do this often, highlighting specific achievements. So I wanted to talk about this marathon runner that I've been actually following for the past year. His name is Russ Cooks. He's from the UK, and this man ran the length of Africa in just under a year. So around in 352 days, he ran from it was Cape Town, South Africa, to the tip of Tunisia. No, sorry, the tip of Algeria.
Do you know if along his journey, like, is he just living off the land, or is he
no, he's got a van.
Checking in the hotels?
So
so he's running a marathon, but he's in a van?
No, there's a van that follows him.
Oh.
So there's a van that follows him or goes ahead at checkpoints. That's where he's kind of living out of that. So he had a team with him. But essentially the guy would run 2-3 marathons a day.
Okay.
Putting on crazy amount of steps. Raised in the realm of $250,000 for charity. Yes, something.
Wow.
I think somewhere around there. Total raised for 543,000 British pounds. So £500,000 in money raised. For reference here, day 349, he ran 81 kilometers, whatever that means.
You skipped that day in school?
Nah, I don't fucking keep track of kilometers.
Kilometers don't make you money. I give you that. Okay,
Day 348, 85 kilometers. Day 347, 34 kilometers. Stuff like that.
So basically, he was moving.
He was crazy moving. And then finish on Sunday. And I don't know, I just wanted to see like, would you guys ever do like something that would take a year to complete? Would you ever do a task like that would?
But before we answer that, we have a fact tracker.
I'm in an awkward position here. 81 kilometers is about 50 and a half miles.
There we go. So about 2 marathons a day ish.
In general, yeah, I feel like everybody at some point has done it, whether it be going to school, like you find yourself involved in tasks that you're not going to see instant gratification. Getting better at a sport.
I suppose. Okay.
Yeah, but you're building towards something. But running that long, hell no.
I'm surprised that hasn't been done yet, and it's not in the Guinness Book of World Records.
He's the first.
I know, so I was kind of like, somebody's gonna try to beat him.
For days done it?
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
How does that work exactly? Do you need a visa for every damn country you run
Yes,
through?
he did.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, so like some days he wouldn't even be running because he was stuck at the border, essentially trying to get visas. I know he had a big problem. At one point, because I've been following him on Twitter, kind of like a couple, like 20 days into when he started, because I was like, this guy's a psycho.
So is he tweeting as he's running?
Like at the end of the day, he'll tweet. But like at one point, he had, I think around the Congo, they pulled like guns on him, threatened his crew, taking the gear, everything. And then even to get to the finish line in Tunisia, it was had a lot of legal issue just to get into there to like finish the whole journey. But I don't know, I thought it was something crazy, something worth bringing up. Maybe it was popular on the British side of like Twitter. I don't think a lot of Americans.
British Twitter is a thing.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
UK Twitter.
I just knew about Black Twitter. That's about it.
Same.
Casey.
No, I appreciate you sharing that. I once again, I think that's just talk about something positive where running across the outskirts of Africa, and then obviously all for charity. And my hope is he felt like felt accomplished. Like I don't think many people are gonna spend that kind of time doing that.
Hell no.
You're gonna be remembered. I'll tell you that. That's legacy. That's a legacy leg.
Robert,
you didn't.
Topic, please.
You didn't see I did that.
That was sick.
Welcome back to the podcast critics.
Yeah. If you like critics,
Or movies.
you enjoy TV shows,
Or bad movies.
horrible movies,
Or great movies.
who knows? Maybe you'll find that next hidden gem movie that you and your family can watch this Christmas.
From kids to adults.
From teenagers to grannies.
To my dog to your goldfish.
From my insurance agent to your mom.
Check us out. The Backseat Critics.
Welcome back. So I got something for y'all. So I wasn't gonna play no games about this, but I actually think I want to have a serious conversation really quick. Won't be too long for this, 'cause I know we got bigger topics to talk about. But something came across my Instagram and I thought it was really good, and I went across this person's page and they broke down pop psychology versus actual psychology. Now, I'm just giving you just the runaround before I pull up on my phone, but like pretty much it's just breaking down how people in pop culture use psychology terms versus with the actual psychology. And me and one of my good friends were talking about it. And I feel that so many people do pop psychology instead of the actual psychology because it's like a hipster. It's like going to a coffee club, like, ooh, I'm studying in a coffee club rather than so. Here's the difference. So pop psychology says gaslighting is when someone lies to you or tries to convince you that you are wrong. Actual psychology is gaslighting is an elaborate strategy where you are manipulated to question your reality, memory, or sanity, not just a disagreement over what happened.
Latter.
I actually feel people use gaslighting for, I disagree with you. You were trying to force me to believe what you're trying to believe rather than truly understanding what that person's trying to get at. So I think the pop psychology, but
I agree with Robert. Why are you mad? Why are you yelling?
Yeah, I mean, I do get that as well, but I also feel like I've had times where, not to me directly, but I've heard a woman say like, "Nigga, Why are you gaslighting me? I know you. I saw you with it to make someone feel as though they are insane or aren't recollecting what they are.
Oh, I feel like that as well. But when it comes to, you got get this last piece, the questioning of the reality, not just a disagreement, where that piece where this is happening, and the pop version of it is the disproving, like you're not having that experience. It's not saying that someone can't say you have that. You should be able to say that, hey, I don't think this is going on like I'm not that mad. The gaslighting is you are mad. You're saying I'm not mad. That's when they're like, ooh, I've tried to talk to Tay, and Tay is this. Now here's another one for y'all. People who are rude, mean, or self-centered are narcissists. Actual psychology. Everyone has narcissistic traits, and many people are unpleasant or many people are unpleasant without being narcissists. Narcissistic personality disorder is a clinical diagnosis, and it doesn't always lead to abusive behavior. You know how many times we hear, you're a narcissist?
I never hear that, but
Mr. Contrary today, huh? No, I hear it all the time. People, if you're like rude to someone, they call you a narcissist. Like, to be the true narcissist, you have to like be a psychopath.
Thank you.
Like, truly a psychopath.
And I got one more for y'all, and we'll finish this conversation with this one. Anything that hurts you is trauma. That's pop psychology. And the actual psychology is anything that overwhelms your ability to cope can be traumatic. Trauma has long-lasting impacts, and it goes beyond an ordinary adversity. Something being hurtful isn't automatically trauma.
Everybody love everybody. Not to downplay anybody's personal experiences, but the word trauma gets thrown around so loosely nowadays. Like, I heard, what was it? I'm not gonna divulge who said it because it was a personal friend, but he was telling me how he had a traumatic experience because his grandparents made him eat a bowl of cereal.
I am so sorry. I hope your friend don't get mad at me. He's a Captain Crunch.
Bro, and that's why he doesn't like
It
milk.
cuts the roost of my
He doesn't like
mouth.
milk now. I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
Bro, I am so sorry to laugh at your pain, but I'm laughing at your pain.
Bro,
Actually, I'm going to read this last one. Pop psychology. Being triggered means that something makes you uncomfortable or annoyed. Actual psychology. A trigger is something that causes a sudden increase in symptoms like flashbacks and PTSD and compulsions, OCD. A trigger is not just a source of general discomfort.
that one I'll say I've seen both. People are like, oh, that's triggering, alluding to like a specific thing. But yeah, most of the time, yeah, it is just people getting pissed off.
So the reason why I bring this up is as more people have these like fitness places of like, oh, I do yoga and mindfulness.
yeah, mindfulness activities and
Where it's kind of like,
I have a question after.
okay, so it's kind of like, I feel like there is under the guise of pop psychology where like you're a nutritionist that's talking about pop psychology. You're not talking about actual psychology. And then this stuff gets pumped and permeated into gym culture, dating culture, where just because like some of the things you said to me have made me feel uncomfortable. But just because I'm uncomfortable doesn't mean just like the term of just because I'm feeling this doesn't make it factual.
Well, let me apologize for that then.
I love making you uncomfortable.
There's this troll. But no, it's crazy how that can happen, and that just becomes a part of everyday verbiage for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just how fast misinformation can trickle.
No, 1,000.
Yeah, and my question was, Rob, because you're a mental health professional,
Sometimes.
do you think the word depression gets thrown out a little too loosely these days? Do you think depression has become kind of a pop term?
That's actually a really good question because I feel like this will continue. I'm going to clip this one because I definitely want to keep talking about this. But I say yes and no. I think we're having the wrong conversations when it comes to depression, right? Where people go through, everyone has a level of depression. Because if we look at Beck's depression scale, like everyone has a moderate level of depression. Now it's out of maybe like 1 out of 10, but like once it starts creeping 4, 5, 6, then we kind of have like problems because, you know, maybe this didn't happen or that didn't happen. So we can feel that disappointment and sadness. The thing is, what we have to understand is how can we build that deep self-connection within ourselves to understand that this is uncomfortable and sad because I'm going through this as a human rather than this is crippling. So I always like to differentiate when I talk to people. Pain and suffering are two different things. Everybody experiences pain, but some people choose to suffer. When you're choosing to suffer, you're letting the depression consume you.
Real.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. I actually have a good segue here. If you could just answer one question for me first. What are some side effects of depression or when you're in a depressive state?
Well, you go to North Carolina to this festival called Dreamville, and because you had a nightmare.
Can you lose sleep at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use some sleep after depression.
There's this rapper. I don't know if you ever heard of his name before. His name's Jermaine. He's from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I used to be the biggest fan of his, like way back in the day. I mean, like early 08, 09 type time. I actually snuck out when I was a sophomore in high school. He was touring here. I snuck out on Thanksgiving night to go to his show at the Roseland Theater. Only 15 years old at the time. So,
what song was he playing? Do 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 do.
What the hell?
What the hell?
He was performing some shit off the warm up, and then some tracks that ended up being on Friday Night Lights as well. But that's neither here nor there. It's crazy.
Are we gonna really let that?
That's the only like young J. Cole song I could think of.
Yeah.
Oh, he was trying to do workout.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The melody was kind of off, but I knew where he was going with that.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Anyways, back to Jermaine. So I burnt my flag with this man in 2016 after he came out with For Your Eyes Only and started rapping about folding clothes. Exactly. So,
you like KOD?
KOD was nice.
I like
It's
KOD.
all,
like
and that's the
KOD.
thing. Like his projects since about after that have all been solid, really good.
Kill Edwards.
Yeah, and the last like 4 years, he's been rapping better than I think he ever has in his career. Here's my problem with him. So, as we all know, I'm sure you all heard Metro and Future's album, I Don't Trust You. So, Kendrick Lamar had a verse on there where it's all but certain that he was sending some shots at Drake and J. Cole. A lot of people think it stems from both of their verses on First Person Shooter, which was on For All the Dogs that dropped last September. Drake and Kendrick have always had like a stemming like back and forth the last decade or so. But it was kind of surprising for me to see him go at J. Cole just because they've had a relationship in the past. Have talked about doing a collab projects years ago. That's not gonna happen at this point. And their two camps have had a relationship, so that was kind of surprising. But then when Cole spun the block and dropped a verse on his project, 7 Minute Drill, directed at Kendrick, I was like, okay, like you got some respect from on my end. Like talk your shit. But then this clown goes to Dreamville Fest 2 days after it drops and gets on stage and says the track has had him losing sleep at night. His spirit has felt disturbed since releasing it and apologized on stage. So for me, going back to listen to the project, and it was some phenomenal rapping, it doesn't even hit the same no more because you kissed the ring. So I don't want to hear no shit about you popping your shit and saying you're the best rapper alive, all this. No, my boy. You get put in this other box now. Now, what are your thoughts though?
I don't know what changed in those 2 days. I don't know what. Do you think that was it? He just felt regret about it? Do you think it was an industry thing? Do you think it was a business decision? Do you think I don't know what happened in those 2 days for him to then go back, because clearly like it was terrible for his PR and like for the whole situation.
Yeah, I think
someone forced his hand.
I don't think someone forced his hand. I think the culture kind of souped his head up, and it's real easy when you scrolling down your timeline, people saying like, "Oh, Kendrick Lamar went in on Drake and Cole," which honestly I didn't think like that. The verse was that impressive. He was rapping aggressively, but nothing was necessarily addressing them directly. Yeah. It was just him saying No, there is no big three. It's a big me. Like you popping your shit, but you're not talking to them in this format. Like I said, I know they do have some form of relationship. I think people in the music industry, especially, they overstate how close they are, and it always shows itself in moments like this, where they'll be like, "Oh, it's my brother, it's my brother," but then under the right circumstances, you'll have a Drake and Future situation where they're not fucking with each other no more.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, no, that's true.
But I think that releasing the track and then also you hearing it and seeing people's response, you can have some 24-hour regret. I'm sure we've all had and made decisions where afterwards we don't feel proud about it. Honestly, I was surprised a little bit that he went that route, only because, and people will disagree with me if they want to, I think honestly, if they did decide to take the gloves off, Cole could definitely take it a lot farther than Kendrick could.
What makes you say that?
Because of what people might look at me away for this because we're in that type of era.
We talking this way. Just bring your mic with you.
Yeah. Kendrick has been very open with a lot of challenges and different forms of adversity he's went through in his life. Whereas, if I'm just thinking of stuff on dartboard that Kendrick could talk about Cole, what you gonna say? Like, oh, he has a white mom that suffered with drug addiction when she was younger and used to get her ass beat. Okay, flip on the other end of the spectrum. Your mother also self-admittedly dealt with drug addiction. You and your father both have had problems with alcohol consumption. I'm not gonna go into another.
But is that what makes the beef good? Is that like pulling out ghosts like that you know of other people, or is it how you deliver it?
A little bit of both, but you also also have to have material.
Yeah, you have to have material, but like you also can't control that. Maybe you have there's more ammo.
Which is why I'm saying one person had much more in the clip than the other, as far as public information.
I'll say, and what surprised me is that J. Cole, not only did he have more ammo, I thought he was kind of winning. If we were saying,
I swear that people were saying that his.
It was the first time I saw people actually like shit on Kendrick, because Kendrick has so much respect in the community and all this. It was the first time I actually saw people go in and say, you know what, yeah, Kendrick kind of sucks, or oh, he can't compete with J. Cole, or this type of stuff. That was the first time I actually really saw that like publicly.
I'll be honest, and I will say this because Cole is one of my favorite rappers. He said something that I always felt, but I couldn't say because I knew it was gonna get snuffed down. I thought "To Pimp a Butterfly" was boring. Besides like 2 songs, and I knew as soon as I say it, it would be like,
you don't know real hip hop.
Yeah.
Wow.
What you know about "To Pimp a Butterfly"? I know he's just fucking with me.
Go ahead.
I would because I want to take it like a different way, but I definitely think I want to like stay in this first bubble because I do want to take into another bubble where when we have, if I'm being honest, when we have just talking about Kendrick, where Kendrick is royalty, where I have no problem. I'll even say this right now. I picked Drake because when Drake started, I was like, oh, this is going to be the next big rapper. I'm just with him because out of respect, I chose him. But like when it comes to like flow and things like that, I love J. Cole. But when it comes to storytelling, I'm going with Kendrick. And I think what I have the issue and the problem with is with some of our greats, we can't really critique them. And like as soon as sometimes, and I'll say this as a black man, sometimes when we talk about our culture, where it's kind of like, oh, this is their experience. There can be no critique with it at all. And I will just say this because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. If you do, it's whatever. "To Pimp a Butterfly" is still a great album, but it's kind of like once you put King Kunta on it, it's like it's forever. Like I want to be able to critique that.
Yeah, for me with this and just with Kendrick in general, because he's one of my favorite rappers. But one thing that I hate about him, or not even hate about him, is how people perceive him. You almost, if you want to speak about Kendrick, you have to do it with kid gloves on. Like it's fine to say, and that's one of the things I always pat myself on the back about. Anybody, whether it be a sports team or artist I'm a fan of, I will openly say, Jason Tatum, he settles too much for step back threes. The Cowboys, we have an issue at a quarterback. No, this, that, and the third. But with Kendrick, if you say anything other than he's the God MC, he's never made a bad song, people will look at you and say like, you don't know rap. This is art. This isn't just music. And they throw out these buzzwords.
Pop psychology.
Yeah.
And that's why so much I try to say, when it comes to just me, if we're just getting off music, right? Where when people look at me like, oh, Rob, you know a lot about relationships. I say yes. And also at the same time, I say no, because I'm not above critique and reproach, because I've learned things from Costa, like, oh, how should a man date? I've learned things from you. How should a man date? Things of that manner, where it's kind of like when we lose that, we can have cognitive flexibility with that. I think you should welcome be criticized, where like that's how you have that conversation. And even though I know we're not talking about him, where you kind of think about a little Russell, like he takes in people's opinions and then he does this thing. He gives fans the opportunity, but like sometimes when you get with those labels, things like that, where I should be able to say like, hey, Kendrick, that shit didn't hit for me, but that's neither here or there. So I already feel like this is gonna be clips and be like, we fucking hate Kendrick. you don't like black people. I'm just like, no, it's like,
it's my opinion.
Yeah, like I'll just say this. I actually think Mr. Morale is actually I think I like the Mr. Morale album. I think he doesn't get a lot of respect at all.
Subject matter wise with some of those songs, like I could appreciate him diving into his personal life. I don't care about your father issues. I'm sorry. It does nothing for me.
Fair.
And then also, there's another one about his aunt that I just don't have any desire to play this. Or We Cry Together is just basically. I feel like if you listen to We Cry Together, I can just play, and you know the clip I'm talking about, in Baby Boy, where Yvette and Jody are like, I hate you, Jody. Like, I could just play that if I want to listen to that shit.
One second, cost. Yeah? All right. You got a point? Okay. Interesting. So, y'all ain't gonna like this. I'm about to steer this because now, since we talked about Kendrick, I gotta come from my guy Cole.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Never mind.
J Fold, or that's just thing. That's life. How did the comedian say? He's like, that's just thing in your life. That's an L that's better than yours. No such thing as an L that's better than yours. I'll just say this. This is the point that I'm very upset with, because we have 2 points. One, I want to talk about rap in the competition, but let's talk about J. Cole and what J. Cole did. Koss, Tay, and myself, Cole's been on a tear. He's been really talking in a lot of his lyrics lately. I'm that dude. And then when Kendrick, what's this play nice? It's hurting my spirit. Pop psychology, it's not hurting my spirit. You uncomfortable because you're afraid of that relationship. Now, one of my good friends was telling me that J. Cole and Kendrick are really good friends, and he was just saying that Kendrick don't play that. So the reason why he did that was to save a relationship, because Kendrick is fine with losing that relationship.
And see, I'm
those prison workouts.
I'm not. Yeah, the burpees.
He ain't scared of anything.
Yeah.
The burpees. Yeah.
Here's my thing though with that, and not to downplay what your friend's saying. You saying this is my close friend. How often are y'all actually in the same space?
That's the
You
word
met
that
each
gets thrown
other.
around.
You met each other when Cole, I think, was like 25 or so. Like, how well do you actually know this man? I know you guys are peers in the industry, so there's only, and especially at the tier you are as artists, there are only a few people that can relate to the life you live. But are y'all doing holidays together? Like, I can't imagine his relationship with Cole is the same one he has with J-Rock or Q or any people he actually grew up with. The same way I know Kendrick's relationship with Cole isn't the same that Cole has with, I don't know if you know his camp, like Ebe and Boss.
I actually ran into Boss.
Yeah. Shout out, quick plug, my boy Josiah, he cut his hair, tap in with J. Cole cuts. Anyways, but like Ibrahim, he went to St. John's with him. So like that's a different type of like brotherhood, or like him and Elite. Different type of brotherhood. I think they're like
So with that being said, and this is where I have the issue with this, where I used and started pop psychology. I'm bringing it forward because this is going to be a big theme in today's episode. Is literally we're hiding behind, hey, rap has always been for me and about competition, not we're killing each other. And the fact that we can't really, even in a space that's predominantly ours, we really can't separate this is competition versus this is actual beef. So when we kind of like look at this, it's just very sad because I don't want J. Cole to like, vehemently hate Kendrick or Drake. I just want you to compete. And the fact that we're disguising this as I want people to be together, I look at those same people or men and women who are like, oh, why can't we be together? You're the person who doesn't want to go 50-50 on a date. Like you're the
You lost me here.
Meaning the people talking about, stay with me, the people who are saying that J. Cole, when he was saying like, oh, are fine with what he's doing with apologizing, right? Are the same people being like, oh, I won't go 50-50 on a date. They'll want unity with this, but not understanding with trying to build together with a relationship.
Oh,
Does that make sense? Or
I wouldn't naturally make the correlation between the two, but I get what you're getting at. Yeah,
that's fair if you don't, but that's for me. Where I feel like those people will complain. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
my bad.
No, go ahead. I have something else.
I was gonna say though, I know you were saying that this is just rap and people just compete. Truthfully, I don't know if, and I would want it to still be this way. I don't know if the culture and society in general right now is conducive for rap culture to still permeate. And when I say that, think about all the most famous beefs in rap history, whether it be Jada and Beanie Siegel, Nas and Jay, Pac and Big, like 50 Gyro. Trunks was getting popped. It wasn't just like some rapping types.
Yeah. That's what J. Cole is scared of?
No, but but that's the thing though. Like all those dudes, they actually had issues in real life. Like it wasn't just throwing some bars around.
J. Cole songs don't hit as hard anymore right now.
But no, they don't. Absolutely. I tried to go back and listen to that project. It just wasn't hitting. I don't want to hear
Crocodile Tears don't even hit that hard. I'm just kind of like, dang, he gonna apologize tomorrow.
Who took a fatter L this week? J. Cole or Chance the rapper?
J. Cole easily.
That's
think so?
Yeah.
fucking random.
J. Cole easily. All Chance did was get divorced.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw a lot more of Chance stuff on my feed specifically. I don't know why, but just
I don't know how.
because here's the correlation.
British Twitter.
Because here's the correlation. The album that essentially ruined his career had like a wife reference every about minute, I believe, a minute 30, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the album that was so bad ruined his career to where now he can't work anywhere, has led to him now divorcing what the woman that entire album was dedicated to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Only
I
pushback.
think long term that's a fatter L.
Only pushback I'll have on that is this: how people feel about Chance is already how they feel about him at this point. He's out of the limelight musically.
I suppose this is like a long term L.
Yeah, it's a long term L, but like the pain from it has already been hit because people have trolled him about that shit for years. Whereas with J. Cole, I mean, we're seeing like a massive rip. We're talking about it right now. Joe Budden's talked about it. Rory and Maul have talked about it.
Yeah.
I can't even count the amount of articles I've seen reacting to his apology.
But do you think in 2 years people are still gonna like talk about it?
Yes.
Care about
Yes.
it?
Like this is
Yes.
like one of them moments in his career, and I thought his career was gonna end gracefully and just go off into the sunset
Play
after the fall
basketball
off
or something?
Bro, like this is some shit that will happen to Meek Mill.
This is Do you think he has?
This is
How does he
goofball time.
How does he come back from this?
You can't.
You can't.
Oh no, he just
What if he starts beef with someone else?
no. He has to
I don't
unload the
want to
entire
hear it. You
clip.
touch your chance, bro. It's like imagine you on the play yard at school. Yeah. Rob pushes you. You think about swinging back, and then you let him push you again, and you just walk off.
Yeah.
At that point, I don't want to hear you popping your shit at me at all. Because you done smoked this way already.
What if I come back the next day and I hit him with a bat
No,
over
no,
the
no,
head?
no, 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 no.
That's what we call.
And you know why that was such a bad position for him to be in? Because, you know, I'm a troll, you know this, Petty King. If I'm Kendrick, I might let off a diss just because you've already apologized.
J. Cole can't quote MJ, Kobe. Like, that was true competitiveness. Like, you literally, we balled on the same court, and then off the court, we're cool. Like, it's just like, as a J. Cole fan, he's really the Green Goblin. That mask was talking to him. He called him a coward. Called him a fucking coward. It's just sad because it's I should be able to compete, and it's just that I think we just make things more than it has to, and it's just sad. But at the end of the day, because I don't want things to get missed, I actually appreciate J. Cole for standing on how he truly felt, because even though
So now you respect them.
there's a degree of respect.
Okay.
There's a degree of respect. I would do things differently, but at the same time, he did what he wanted to do, even though that was against maybe what other people say. But I also would say he's got to lay in that now.
Fuck that. When Drake dissed Meek Mill, he ain't come back 2 days later and apologize. He went to OVO Fest and let the chopper ring.
But
see, like Meek lost that one and he came back. Now he's down bad again, but he
Yeah.
came back after that.
He came back, but that's a permanent stain on your career.
but
And-
no,
Yeah, but
but no one
people,
really
like,
had aspirations that
until
Meek,
this whole like recent Diddy stuff. Even with the people loved Meek Mill.
nobody really thought Meek was going to be a top,
He's like a lovable
to be the
character,
best.
You know?
He's a caricature.
I'm,
He's
he's a
He's a goon.
yeah.
He's a goon.
No one thought
He's a
Meek would
goofy
be the
goon.
best rapper.
No,
even
and maybe that's J. Cole's problem is that
Exactly, because
in
he
that
was
echelon.
I'm Muhammad Ali. So you're summoning and conjuring.
and also I think that's about
He's George Foreman.
That's
Now.
4 years.
That's where you put him.
That's 4 years into
So he's
Meek's
gonna get a grill?
commercial career. Whereas
Klitschkov.
yeah,
Maybe he's Klitschkov. That's what he is.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's like 4 years in Meek's commercial career. So like you have more runway to do damage control on the back end. Whereas Cole,
I don't know. I think people forget.
40 years old.
He is 40. That's the thing. If this would happen when he was 30,
Yeah,
maybe.
like-
I guess it's towards the end. I still think people forget 3 years down the line, it's going to be water under the bridge. They'll
Drake,
make a collab album. How about that?
Even then,
that would be both suckers.
I think that
Because at the end of the day, they both want to get paid, man.
but I still think that don't want to come off like, all right, look at me, I'm doing my son a favor.
And he'll say, yeah, buy the merch.
Well, I'm still gonna listen to you, J. Cole. It's just, it's gonna sting a little bit.
I'm undecided.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm still gonna support my guy.
You prove to me every fucking year why
You're third.
why I made the best decision in my life.
Drizzy, we need something.
Yes, we do.
We need the skeletons.
That can.
Wow.
Quick question, super quick. What was the results of our poll?
Oh, you talking about the one I put up?
No, the one
Oh.
I put up.
I can give me a
You
moment.
talking about the Big Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can pull it up. Give me a moment.
Pull his up. I'll tell you off mine, boy. You got cooked. Like I can't tell you the amount of
I got you, I got you.
like, why is this a question? How did this get started? Is he okay? This is why we need to get fentanyl off the streets.
That's fine. I don't know.
That's just funny. Archive. Let me look back last week. Poll. All right, we had actually a lot of responses with this. We had, I did horrible math, 15. We had 4 votes for Logic, and we had 11 votes for Big Sean.
All right. Fair.
Would you like to know who voted so
I don't
you can
care. No.
block them?
I don't care.
Would you like mine?
No, I'm good.
Mine was about triple that.
People responded the way I thought they would.
Since we're talking about competition, so when we gonna get this?
3-point contest?
Yeah, who gonna be drinking the glizzy juice?
The glizzy juice. I don't know. Yeah, we
Bro,
can get it going.
can you add contests for that? Because otherwise, that sounds crazy.
If you pay attention to the show, you know there's
That's like 2 episodes ago.
hey, you gotta make sure you follow. So since we're talking about competition, moving on from Cole and Kendrick, Drake, please respond. Cole, be a wise man. Just Just
Die
do
off.
positive. Do Will Smith.
No, literally, that was the best.
Die off.
Put
Do
them like
Will
that.
Smith raps. I'll still listen. This is ultra positive. We're gonna do a competition pretty soon. Just if you're all watching the episode, just in the description, just comment who you think is gonna win the round the world. Myself, Tay, or Koss. He's a 3-point machine. He's Lucas'
Do the
cousin.
24 on Hollywood.
I got a gym.
You got a gym?
I
that
got
you
a
can
gym.
get us in?
Right, on Thursday.
Okay.
I would love.
Am I allowed there?
Yeah.
Okay. There was
Yeah, Luca.
yeah.
Do y'all got one anymore? No.
One what? Topic?
Topic.
No,
Topic.
no.
Nah.
All right, we'll ease out the night with just this. So I've been trying to get the TikTok going. Cartier Rob, please follow that. Have us all up on TikTok, all that good stuff. I'm working on those things. But one thing I came across on TikTok, and I'm gonna shorten this the fuck down, is there's this new space. It's not like the manosphere, but it's called soft guy era. And there's this guy named Scarface, and I was kind of following him because he's like builds and like does like relationship content. And one of the things he did that started off as a joke is there's this one chick, and she was talking about how she had a relationship with a guy, and the guy treated her really well, all this good stuff, and she was just like, she pretty much just was like, oh, we're not compatible anymore. But being with him raised her standards, and she just needed more. So she was saying the next guy that she's gonna have in her life has to do what this guy did and more. So the guy pretty much said exactly what she said, but as a dude. So after he said that and released that, in his comments, women were like, oh, she was too good for you, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Yeah. And then he came out with another video and was like, I find it ironic, but in her comments, everyone's like, yes, sis, you got to do all this, do all these things. But when I say it, it's a problem or an issue. So he started, I'm in my soft guy era. So anything y'all want, I'm just going to want the exact same thing. So that progressed it. It made a wildfire. And then he made merch called Soft Guy Era. So in the Soft Guy Era, so all that things, so he was just really like, it was just like weird. It was like a lot of content of just men saying exactly what women are wanting and saying like, that's what it sounds like to us. So I just want to bring that to you guys. So as a counterpoint to building relationships and understanding and just having a brief understanding of what a soft guy era is, how does that come off to you guys? Because I didn't give you guys any background because I just wanted to tell you the origins.
I had a pretty good hunch as far as like what you were talking about.
Okay.
I kind of go back and forth with it. I think there does need to be some quality in certain spaces and a reality check for, some people in terms of like, what their expectations are as far as relationship. But, I'm still a man at the end of the day. So I try to lead in any relationship that I'm in. So I don't necessarily want someone to be tricking on me, I guess.
So if your girl for a weekend was like, I got you a weekend getaway, I'm going to take care of all that, you going to be uncomfortable with that?
No. But I'm also not gonna go into the date and saying like, if a girl needs to hit me up if she wants to take me, like, because I do know some guys like that. Like they won't approach women, like they feel like they're the prize, so women should be coming at them. Which I mean, it's cool if that's how you finesse it.
So they on some fresh and fit.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? You shook your head, so you would feel comfortable if you had a weekend giveaway.
That's different. But you cannot pay me to wear a soft guy t-shirt.
Oh, what? I ordered everybody some.
That's awful. I think trying to play this like here's the mirror act on women is never gonna work. I think trying to make women understand that the way they interact with us isn't the same like the way we think and we interact with them. That's just not gonna comprehend, and that's fine. That's the human psyche.
Okay.
This is the generation of men now, like the Caleb Williams of the world that paint their nails. Same with the guy from Duke that paints his nails, does TikTok dances for fun.
Not too much on Duke.
Not too much on.
Yeah, what happened to them?
Stinky.
Oh God, we made it to the lead eight. Oh Jesus.
Packed up.
I don't. Whatever.
Didn't y'all lose a coach?
They got Cooper Flag. They'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll say Cooper Flag, Isaiah Evans, Kumbaya.
All these big schools are afraid now. They got the portal. Everyone.
That's Kentucky. They lost a coach.
Okay, I was making sure.
But I don't know. I see what he's doing.
Yeah.
Maybe me when I was like 20 years old would have thought that was a great idea. Now in my mid 20s, I'm like, just give it a break. Like it's never gonna work. You're never gonna change their mind.
It's a losing battle.
Sometime, like be honest, be how you feel, whatever. If he wants to have that perspective where, every time he sees a woman, his expectations change for the next one. Sure, you know what? That's a fair perspective to have, but then don't expect like women to just change the way they think. And now like they, once in a while they might wear the pants. Because at the end of the day, like 90% of women don't want that.
So, giving Scarface and the other dude, whatever, his, their credit. I shouldn't say whatever. Great content. They did it as a joke. They did it as a joke, and now they're like leaning more heavy into it because they've been getting a lot of static.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I don't think they honestly believe soft guy era stuff. They're just like, all right, if you're not going to have the flexibility that I've already have a video saying this is a joke, just to be like, hey, this is my experience. So I guess the better question to like move this forward and to just cool down the rest of the night is, I don't think men and women will totally understand each other, but there has to be like a plane or stratosphere that we may not understand, but like we can build love and respect. Where, how do you convey that? I'm just like, that's the confusing portion where like, yeah, we're showing you the mirror, but like, how do I respect that person that this is where it's at?
I think if I had the answers, I'll be married right now.
Damn. So you lost the real one?
Nah, that's opposite.
Oh, they lost you.
Yeah.
Damn.
See what I did there. It was still kind of Nah, it should be a struggle though these days. Just getting on the same page and that type of stuff.
You got to find someone that's willing to be vulnerable. And I think less and less people in today's world want to be vulnerable.
I'm actually really glad you said that. I actually really agree with that too as well, where that vulnerability piece. And I think it's not so much of like a gendered thing. It's just like, I'm willing to be vulnerable with you, and no matter how it comes across, you're going to see the best intention. Now, the best intention also coupled with what you want and need have to both be balanced. And I don't think that we, as at least in American culture, we struggle with holding two things can be true at the same time. I want this, but I also care for you. I'm upset with you, but I'm also together with you. It's just very childlike where you've done this one thing and now I'm just going to blow everything up. Or like you have poor emotional regulation skills. It is very, or it's like, if I say something vulnerable to you, that's not the point in time where I'm like, all right, you remember that one time you did that to me? It's like, how about you sit and listen to this vulnerable moment because the person felt comfortable to share with you. So no, I actually peeped that
Isn't
very
there
well.
a term for that?
Emotional intelligence?
No, not emotional intelligence. It's
Emotional manipulation.
like
Humanity?
nah.
Holiday overpay.
No, it's like no, it's specific. Those are like all skill sets that you need to like positively like have a conversation, but or you either lack them to not to. But it's more so like say you had an issue with me and like me hearing it, the first thing I do is in a reactionary way, like
Defensive?
Yes. Oh, deflecting.
Deflecting.
Yeah,
We got you. I got you. That's something I have to work out of myself. Where like hearing someone, this happened to me. Yeah, I have a point, but let me validate that you're bringing that to me first. That's our problem, folks.
Robert loves deflecting.
Rob.
Sorry. Rob loves deflecting.
Just say Cartier. You know what? I don't feel vulnerable. I don't feel vulnerable anymore.
Yeah, let's all make it a secret. Yeah, no, his name is Rob. Not gonna tell you what it's probably short for, but
Yeah, short for dick.
we all figured.
Short for Rob, a robot.
I hate you all. But you know, I love you guys. That's my actual feelings.
I love you too, Rob.
If you like what we're doing,
I love nachos.
I love Juicy too. Anywho, if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Cartier Rob,
I'm Tay Ford.
I'm Kaz.
and we out.
Probably wonder if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.